So, have any of you ever gone after a goal, achieved it, and then felt dissatisfied? Felt like, man, that feeling that I thought I was going to have is really not there after I achieved this goal. So, the idea of success is we have this grand vision of what success looks and feels like. And yet, oftentimes, when I'm working with people, there's this feeling like, hey, I feel flat. It feels like it just doesn't have the life I thought it would have. And if you ever find yourself in that position, what I would say to you is to stop and check in with yourself on one specific word first and foremost, is that word lack. Because if I am striving for success from a place of lack, then there will always be this emptiness that I find because it's never enough. Or the way I'm going after it is filled with so much pressure. I'm trying to prove myself. There's expectations to achieve a certain thing. All of that, if it's coming from that place of lack, that energy is low. That energy of lack and scarcity. Lack can show up from lots of angles, right? It can show up as I'm not enough. So I need to show the world that I'm enough. And that's why I'm striving for this success. What I want to invite you to embrace, first and foremost, is that you already are success. You literally, just by being here, just by being alive, you are successful. Imagine we are breathing, we are growing, we are developing, our minds are constantly expanding. So we are successful just as human beings, even. So if you can embrace that, and I know that sounds very, okay, yeah, sure, Sandra, but I still have this drive to accomplish and achieve. Great. There's nothing wrong with a drive, but the drive from that place of scarcity or the drive from that place of pressure, that will lead to burnout. It will lead to lack of fulfillment. It will lead to a lot of things that you actually don't want. So the first thing that I would invite you to do when you are looking and setting your goals, or when you're sitting here listening and evaluating where you're at, and what is it, the little tweaks I need to make so that I can feel more alive and fulfilled, is that question to yourself: what do I want to feel? How do I want to feel at the end of whatever it is when I accomplish that goal? Okay, get really, really, really crystal clear. So the more you can ask yourself, okay, why do I want that? Okay, why do I want that? What you will eventually get to is a feeling. What you will eventually get to is that inner energy. And then if you can embrace the reality that you can have that energy right here and now. So if it were freedom, if that's one of the feelings you want to have, is this expansive freedom, close your eyes. Close your eyes or gaze out into the distance and imagine yourself just soaring the skies, or imagine yourself jumping out of a plane, or imagine yourself taking that trip that you want to take. See yourself, visualize yourself, feel yourself in that moment doing whatever it is that you want to do as a result of the goals that you have. Feel it right here and now. And if you feel it right here and now, you can feel it at any time. So that energy of success, that energy of drive and achievement, when it's coupled with you in that feeling already, that's powerful. That that together is unstoppable. That together helps you achieve with the fulfillment, achieve with the joy, achieve with the fullness and richness. If you're going at it just because you're coming from a place of pressure, just because you're coming from a place of proving, or a place of lack, a place of I must do this in order to survive, is really where you're coming from. That's not, at least I can tell you for myself, I won't speak for you, but that's not what I want. That's not the end of what I want. I want to thrive. I want to thrive and feel that energy of thriving constantly. And the more that I do that, the more aligned I am with success. So that can be an entirely new video that we talk about when it comes to manifestation and all of that kind of thing. But I can literally achieve more success with more ease. So the energy with which I put into something doesn't necessarily change the effort. It changes the feeling I have while I'm efforting. It changes it takes away the feeling of, man, I'm pushing a ball uphill. And I get to enjoy the journey along the way. What's the point of just drive if I'm not enjoying the journey along the way? So a lot of times when we get to that place of success and we feel like, man, I've got to get to the next one, or gosh, this didn't feel as good as I thought it would feel. There is something there that needs to be looked at. There is something that you need to kind of do some self-reflection and self-awareness and ask yourself, why am I pushing like this? What is it that I feel like I need to prove? To who do I feel like I need to prove that to? Give yourself the moment to just be aware of it. And from that awareness, then there's lots of things that you can do to help release that energy, because self-awareness and self-understanding is one part and a very important first step in it all. And then, as probably many of you know, sometimes it's like, okay, I'm aware, I know why, and yet I'm still having trouble moving through that. That's another piece of the puzzle that we can go into in another video. So, kind of sum it all up is, if you can be in that place of abundance right here, right now, abundance of time, abundance of energy, abundance of resources, abundance of support, abundance of capacity and ability and worth, all of those things right here, right now, and then check in with yourself and reassess whether your goals are in alignment with that level of thriving. And if they're not, make some tweaks or turn 180 degrees. I don't know what you need to do, but give yourself the opportunity to say, you know what, I can make some changes. The tweaks could just be how I'm going after that goal. Could be simple as that. Okay, everybody. So hopefully that's helpful. Feel free to share this video with anyone that you feel that might need this at this time. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you get the alerts about the latest videos that I drop. And I would love to hear your comment. What to you is that feeling of success? What is it? Drop one word about how you want to feel in life and what success feels like. Have a great day, everyone.